not say. It's another reason, it's another way. I cannot forget the reasons that you could not stay. But every time I wonder and every time I pray, all that I remember is it all turned out okay. It's a few years later and everything is alright. It's a few years later and still my dreams are in sight. And a few years later you look at me and can't tell that a few years later a heart can heal so well. In another lifetime, in another dream, we can feel the magic, but it's not what it may seem. How can I be sorry for the love or pain? How can I believe when we had everything to gain? Every time I wonder and every time I pray, all that I remember is it all turned out okay. It's a few years later and everything is alright. It's a few years later and still my dreams are in sight. And a few